Back to this big story this morning. A lot of us are feeling some deja vu. ERCOT asking us to conserve power or risk a blackout.
But this time it's the heat, not the extreme cold, sending them a demand for electricity soaring. So how long could these latest problems last, and what can you do about it?
Anieli Ruiz is live for us this morning to break it all down. Anieli, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, that's right. We're all being asked to conserve energy to prevent a blackout. See, ERCOT says our power grid just doesn't have enough power to meet our demands. So what can you do? Well, they're asking you to turn up your thermostat to 78 degrees. They're also asking people to turn off the lights and pool pumps, avoid using large appliances, and unplug electrical items you don't really need. Yesterday, ERCOT executives said multiple thermal power generators unexpectedly went offline. But when they were asked specifically what happened to all of the generators they were counting on to produce the power, nobody from ERCOT could really say. Here's KHOU 11 energy expert at Hearst.
Last time I saw a request like this, Jimmy Carter asked us to turn our thermostats up to 78 in the summer of 1980.
But it's 2021, and for a lot of Texans, this feels like a repeat of the winter storm from earlier this year. As one person put it on Monday, how is it our fault when the state's energy grid operator can't seem to get it together? Now, just yesterday, we broke the power grid demand for the record for June, and that is why they're asking us to continue to conserve energy for the rest of the week, because as you know, the heat is sticking around for quite a while. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Anieli Ruiz, thank you so much. ERCOT says it hopes to have an update on why those generators went offline later today. In the meantime, conserving energy may help you extend the life of your air conditioning unit. That's especially important right now as service companies are dealing with supply shortages, but also those rising prices for materials. So here's the deal. Factory closures sparked a shortage of microchips and circuit boards. Both things are needed to keep AC units running. Tack on the seasonal shortage of licensed technicians, and it could be days before you get help and weeks before you get a fix. And if the manufacturer does have a unit in stock, it's going to cost you. HVAC manager Brian Jackson says your best bet right now is taking care of what you have.
Good maintenance is the best thing you can do to prevent breakdowns. Now that we've got this heat, we're almost past maintenance season, and we just hope that everybody can get through this.
So get your AC unit maintenance by a licensed professional ASAP, and don't expect your thermostat to drop more than 20 degrees of the temperature outside. So if it's 90 outside, the best you'll get inside is 70 degrees. Beyond that, experts say you are just wasting power. Also, closing your blinds and curtains will keep your home cooler longer. And if you have an older AC, buying a portable unit could help. There you go. And we want to help you beat the heat. You can find tips on how to keep yourself and your pets safe this summer. That's all at KHOU.com. All right, now to new developments this morning in this weekend's mass shooting out of Austin.
A second teenager is now in custody. Police say he was arrested at summer school yesterday. The 17-year-old is being charged as an adult for aggravated assault. One man was killed during the shooting early Saturday morning. 13 others were hurt. This shooting puts a new focus on Austin city leaders who cut police funding last year.
There needs to be fewer guns in the hands of so many people and fewer altercations that result in gun violence if we ever want to stop anything like this, because everybody knows that night there were police all over the place.
Austin police say this case is still ongoing. Meantime, we are staying on top of the latest information from this shooting, including charges that each suspect will face. You can find that information on KHOU.com. At 6:07, now to a situation that is constantly developing, the coronavirus.
Yeah, Steph, so there's new direction this morning as we move towards the end of the pandemic, light at the end of the tunnel. So let's get to the headlines of 3 things you need to know about on this Tuesday morning, counting down from number 3 here. And the happiest place on earth is a little happier, at least for fully vaccinated guests. Walt Disney World says that masks will be optional for fully vaccinated visitors. The theme park will not require proof of vaccination, but kids younger than 12 must still wear a mask. And kiddos, sorry, but you're not going to be allowed to hug the characters. All right, let's get to number 2 here, and support your local Girl Scout troop. The organization says that they have 15 million unsold cookies because of the pandemic, which prevented those door-to-door sales. But Girl Scouts encourage online orders through its Hometown Heroes program. All right, now to number one here, and we could have a fourth option for the COVID-19 vaccine. A new study says that Novavax is more than 90% effective in protecting against COVID-19, and no one who got the vaccine fell seriously ill. The Novavax vaccine isn't available right here in the U.S., but we are making sure that anyone who still wants to get the vaccine, if you want it, you can get it easily. All you have to do is text the word vaccine to 713-526-1111. And we're going to send you back a list with some very, very helpful links. Again, that number, 713-526-1111. And Steph, we are seeing a lot of angry travelers calling out Southwest on social media this morning.
It was a big deal, Xavier. The airline says, though, everything is now back to normal after a major system-wide glitch. A late evening outage that stranded thousands of passengers is over. Southwest says their third-party weather data provider was not sending safety information required to fly, forcing a nationwide ground stop. President Biden meets with European leaders today, a day after doubling down on our country's commitment to our NATO allies.
China and Russia are top topics as NATO leaders discuss security challenges.
Tomorrow, the president meets with Russian leader Vladimir Putin in Switzerland. Evacuation orders in northern Illinois after this enormous explosion and fire near a chemical plant. Fire officials say they are letting it burn out itself, but that could take days. The plant is the largest manufacturer of grease product in the nation. No injuries have been reported. Houston area animal shelters overwhelmed. The Montgomery County shelter caring for more than 800 animals this weekend. And at last check, Houston's BART had 535 animals. Both shelters need adopters, fosters, rescues, and donors.
I'm Jason Miles at HISD headquarters, where trustees took a final vote on the new superintendent. It was a unanimous vote for Millard House II, who was named lone finalist for the job last month. He comes to HISD from a district in Tennessee and will replace outgoing interim superintendent Dr. Granita Lathan, who's leaving for a job in Missouri. House officially takes over on July 1st and said there will be tough decisions ahead.
All right, it's 6:10. The one thing you need to know in weather, we will be tracking a good 30, maybe even a 40% chance of an isolated downpour this afternoon. I want you to keep your guard up from about 3 to maybe upwards of 7 o'clock this evening. Steph,